Hi, everybody. Welcome to our second Faith and Fun session, all about creation. Um, we had such a fun time last time creating our first day of creation. Do we remember what we did? That's right. It's right back here. We did a plate, and it was all about God creating night and day and creating light. And so we are on to the second day of creation. What do you think he's going to create today? Well, let's go ahead and look at the story of creation. Do you remember where we find that in the Bible? That's right. It's in the book of Genesis, which is in the Old Testament, which is in the very beginning of the Bible, and it's the very first story. So let's go ahead and look at it. I'm going to switch my screen here. Let's see if I can do this. Here we go, and we will read this together. God said, "Let there be a huge space between the waters. Let it separate water from water." And that's exactly what it happened. God made the huge space between the waters. He separated the water that was under the space from the water that was above it. God called the huge space sky. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 2. Isn't that neat? Isn't that amazing? God said, "Let there be sky," and it happened. That is the power of God. He was thinking of all these things and he was taking each day to create them. Who was he creating it for? Us. That's right. Because we can't just live on water, which was all that was there at this point, with just day and night. That wouldn't work. Because what would we breathe? We need some air to breathe. And so that's what God was creating, the water, and he was making the air. All right. That's the whole lesson about creation day 2. So let's make our fun activity. So you should have received, your family got your kit, and in the kit, you had your bag that says Faith and Fun, first and second grade, Creation Day 2. All right. So inside the bag, let's go ahead and take a look. We should have one of our lovely plates with a hole in it. We have a blue crayon because water and sky are blue, right? We also have 3 pieces, let me grab them here, 3 pieces of yarn, okay? And then we have 3 or 4 little cotton balls. And the last thing, or then we have, not last, we have our little label that says day 2 atmosphere, because atmosphere is what we breathe. And we have our little string to hang it, all right? The only thing that was not in that bag that I gave you last time was a glue stick. So if you don't have your glue stick with you, remember you can always pause this video, go get your glue stick, and then we can start it up again, okay? So first thing we do is we start with our plain plate. Doesn't matter what way we have it, and we are going to color in the water in the sky. How do we do that? We color the whole plate. This took me a little while. I have one that's done here, right? And I kind of found that I started with the tip. I'm going to start coloring, but it's also easy to do it with the back of the crayon as well. This takes a little while, so if you don't want to just quickly do it right now, you can go ahead and pause the video, finish coloring. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add water to the bottom. So we always want to make sure that the hole is at the top. We take our glue stick, all right, and we uncap it, and we just kind of put glue here. And sorry, I should have said this before. We have our little pieces of yarn ready. So we have our glue on here now. We just put this down and we put the little strips of yarn on here. It's not holding because I don't have any glue on here, but I will show you what I did at the end. And you just put all 3 of that. So I don't want to show you the whole plate, but this is what my water looked like. Just it's kind of waves in there to make it real pretty. Okay. So again, this might take you a couple minutes or just a minute or so to put it on. All right. If you need to pause, go ahead. Oh, you saw. So the next thing we're going to do is put our cotton up there. The neat thing about making clouds is you don't have to use just a plain brown cotton ball. You can make them fluffy clouds if you want. You can kind of spread them apart See, look at that fluffy crowd. Isn't that neat? And you just take your glue stick, put some glue on there, and you just glue it on, just like that. Okay? So you end up with the water and the clouds. So now you have sky. To finish it up, you'll want to glue the label on the back because you want to be able to say, oh, this is day 2 of creation. And then, and like I said, you can keep it like the square and glue it on perfectly fine. Or you can cut it out and do that. The last thing is to take your string. We'll do this together. You put it through the hole. Go. Tie a little knot. And if you have problems tying a knot, because sometimes it's hard, I've had lots of practice with my girls, so I'm getting pretty good at it. Ask your parents and they can help you tie a knot. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it up on my second little hook here. I have it up high. There we go. Oh, it's a little too high. I'll fix that. But now I have day 1 and day 2 of my creation. And pretty soon we'll have all 7 days. It'll be so exciting. So that's all that we have for day 2. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited that you came to visit. If you would, I did get some submissions from last month showing me all your wonderful plates. Can you do it again? Just have your parents take a picture of you and your plate, just hold it up. And there's a little tab in the live binder. They already found the video, so I know the tab's right there. And you just click it and they can upload the picture to us. It's so much fun to see you guys since I can't see you in person. So you'll want to do that. If you don't, that's okay too. I just love that you guys are doing this. So have a wonderful November. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. And I will see you guys back in December. All right. Bye, guys.